Seems like everyone's so busy looking out for number one. I figured I'd take a second because our city and state governments are so busy right now cleaning up this mess that we all got to do our part.
It turned out to be a three-person job. We helped Zach pull the branch off the road. And right now, Avista says more than 4,000 customers are without power. Inland Power says less than 1,000 of its customers are in the dark. Crews will be working throughout the night to get the lights back on. Katarina?
Well, Kyle, it was definitely wild out there earlier this evening. Now those gusty winds have started to settle down just a bit. Just take a look at that wind forecast. It's showing we're still seeing those gustier winds, but not as severe as we were seeing earlier today. And that is starting to settle down as we head into tomorrow. We are expecting slight gusts up to 25 miles per hour, so we'll definitely keep you updated with that. In Spokane, currently 46 degrees, winds coming from the southwest at 25 miles per hour. Now, those aren't the gusts, that is just the consistent wind out there, so it's still windy outside, but again, not at the severity that it was earlier. In Coeur d'Alene, 46 degrees out there, winds also coming from the southwest at 26 miles per hour in Coeur d'Alene. As we head into tomorrow, like I mentioned, we are going to clear out. Those winds should start to settle down just a bit. We'll actually have some sunshine on and off throughout the day. So that's some exciting news there. I know we've been having a lot of rain in recent days. Here is your Wednesday planner. So 58 degrees will be our high for the day. So dropping down just a little bit from what we saw today, but very similar conditions. We could see gusts up to 20 to 25 miles per hour. We'll have a closer look at what the rest of the week is looking like in my full forecast. Aaron.
Katarina, thank you. President Trump says he's having a blast as he returns to the campaign trail. He spoke in front of a crowd in Johnstown, Pennsylvania today. It's been less than 2 weeks since the president was diagnosed with COVID-19. He says the treatments doctors gave him are making him feel like Superman.
We saved 2 million lives, and, we get nothing. And I'll tell you what, we have the vaccines are coming soon, the therapeutics, and frankly, the cure. All I know is I took something, whatever the hell it was, I felt good very quickly. I don't know what it was. Antibodies. Antibodies. I don't know. I took it, I said, I felt like Superman. Then I said, let me at him. No, and I could have been here 4 or 5 days ago. It's great. We had great doctors. I want to thank the doctors at Walter Reed and Johns Hopkins.
President Trump spent a weekend at the hospital after he was diagnosed. He was treated with an experimental monoclonal antibody therapy, the antiviral medication remdesivir, and the steroid dexamethasone. The 5 Washington counties are headed down the path forward. Governor Jay Inslee has cleared the way for the last Washington county stuck in phase 1.5 of the state's reopening plan to move into phase 2. Yakima, Benton, Douglas, Franklin, and Chelan counties have been stuck in a modified version of Phase 1 for months now. Phase 2 lifts some of the restrictions previously in place. This lets businesses like museums, libraries, and movie theaters reopen at limited capacity. We are continuing our coronavirus coverage. Spokane County has a few hundred new COVID-19 cases from over the holiday weekend. From Saturday through today, the Spokane Regional Health District is reporting 305 new cases. The most came on Sunday when 126 people tested positive for the virus. 2 men over the age of 80 have died, bringing the total number of deaths to 178 in Spokane County. We are letting you guide our election stories this year in our For the People coverage. Tonight we're focusing on the race for Washington's 5th district seat in Congress. We took your questions to Cathy McMorris Rodgers and the challenger Dave Wilson. Our viewers wanted to ask the candidates about critical race theory and their stance on it. Here's how Democratic challenger Dave Wilson responded.
I've heard it before, but I haven't really looked into it. And so to me, the issue that's important here is racial equity.
Wilson says racial equity starts by understanding that people of color are at a disadvantage and more programs need to be in place to help them. Incumbent Cathy McMorris Rodgers responded with this statement, quote, "What troubles me about critical race theory is the way it rewrites history by categorizing everyone into 2 groups, oppressors and the oppressed." You can find more on both candidates' answers in this story at KXLY.com. Hiker's nightmare caught on camera. A cougar stalking a hiker on a trail, repeatedly lunging at him before the big cat was finally scared off. The man is speaking out about this morning's close call. He says he went out for an early evening jog on a trail he's visited often. He pulled out his phone to take video when he came across what he thought were wild kittens. That's when he noticed the cougar lurking behind and started backing away.
I came up on the cubs, and that's when I obviously pulled out my phone to take pictures of wildlife. Once I realized it was a mountain lion and she started chasing after it.
Experts say the mountain lion was defending her cubs, but was in no real danger to Kyle. They say that if she wanted to attack him, she would have. Well, still to come on 4 News Now Nightside, there's a spike in COVID cases across Washington. We look at where they're coming from and what's being done. Plus, we answer your questions about a proposed car tab fee in Cooney County, where the money is going.